This is a screen display for the USU Gear Up program, and it looks okay. It would work, but let's see if we can even make it pop a little bit more using a couple of techniques here. So the first thing we need to do is to make sure that it is the right size for the digital display. So we're going to come into Image Size in the Image menu, and it's 1920 by 1080 at 72 dots an inch. So that's perfect. Alright, so let's take a look at this again. So here we have the original image, and you'll notice that it was set at an opacity of 77%. Let's take that opacity up to 100% and just see if we can improve the image a little bit. So the first thing I notice is that the horizon line looks just a little bit crooked. So I'm going to get the crop tool up here and use straighten, and I'm going to draw a line right across that horizon line and make that straighten out a little bit. And then let's take it into Camera Raw filter, and let's do an auto and see what happens. Okay, that made it even a darker image. I'm not sure that I like it darker, so I'm going to set the exposure back up to where it was, and let's come in here and we'll take the highlights up a little brighter, the lights up a little brighter, and the darks are starting to climb the wall already, so we'll just leave that about where it is. I think it would look nice if we were to warm it up just a touch, and then let's click OK. All right. Now, what I would like to do here, I believe, is this is a smart object, so I'm going to right mouse button click and rasterize that layer. And then I'll come into the edit menu, do a free transform, and let's just take this down so we can get rid of some of that unnecessary grass. And then let's use the power of content aware. I'm going to grab the marquee, the rectangular marquee tool, and just draw a selection that actually comes into the sky a little bit. Come into the edit menu, do fill, and we're going to use content aware fill. Boom. And then I'll press Command or Control D to drop that selection. All right. Now, as I look at the message, we have three messages here. One is wondering how you pay for college. It's in it's in a serif font. Two, we can help you figure out. That doesn't quite make sense to me. I think we need to say we can help you figure it out. And then we have a place they can go to get those answers. So let's put all of that up in the sky area now that we have more room. And so I am using that. It looks like those three layers are just a touch crooked, so I'm going to do a free transform and make them straight. And one trick that you can do is you can get your move tool and you can come in and say select everything, and with those three text layers highlighted, we can make sure they're exactly in the center of the screen by clicking that in the options bar. And I think that's standing out a lot more. That works for me. I've pulled colors from the actual picture when I was doing the text. So when I grabbed my text tool, I came up here and I just used my eyedropper to get some of that green, and then darkened it down just a little bit, like so. Same thing for this kind of orangish red. I pulled that and then adjusted the color just a little bit. There's one thing we could do that would be kind of interesting, I think. These are adjustment layers. Let me show you one called Threshold. I'm going to click on that and look what that does. And the Threshold command allows you to turn everything either completely black or completely white. And you can adjust it right here so it looks just right. That would really stand out too. One of the things that you could also do is you could reduce the opacity of that adjustment layer just a little bit and bring it back, bring some of the color back in if you wish. So there's some ideas. Here's what it looked like before. Here's what it looks like after the adjustments. I'll leave it up to you to decide what you think.